Welcome back to episode 9 of my Stationeers Europa playthrough, or what was supposed to be the second half of episode 8. So I'll continue my adventure from last time, and as you'll see, things don't quite go to plan. Right, we're out of coal again, aren't we? Have I got any left in there? No, I haven't. Right, okay. Really have liked to have had this done before that runs out, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Let's see what the state of these is, whether I'll probably get away with putting a bit more ice in there whilst it's making that glass. As long as I do reasonably small amounts, let's just check this pipe first. Yeah, it doesn't immediately look like it's about to explode, which means it probably is. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to risk more than that in one go, but at least that'll get us a little bit more. We've got 22 moles now, that's a start. Going to need to bring that inside when I mix it, or it's going to start separating when it freezes. Right, iron wall. I'm actually getting very short of iron, aren't I? I'm not going to be able to finish that. That's really annoying, because I needed 5 and I only got enough for 4. Whoops. Let's get some, actually I need some plastic as well. I should have got plastic somewhere. Should have got some left. Yes. Glad I didn't waste any making that. Right, not many more options left out here. Okay, that's enough, thank you. Actually, is it? I'm not sure it is. I think I need one more. Right, okay, I'm just going to go for it, I think, because that power's running out. Right. Wait, what? Where did I put those? Have they gone in there? Yes, they have. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the good news is that's enough to get as far as there. The bad news is it's not enough to quite cover those frames, although maybe I can do one at a time. Maybe there's a clever way to do that. Right, let's make sure this is sealed up. That's all of the roof, isn't it? Yes. Okay. That one. In fact, of course, I can take out that connecting wall and then reuse that, so that's fine. Okay, good. Right, now the reason I brought that out was so that I can also finish this. Don't need the jetpack. Okay. So it still needs quite a bit of work, but get the general idea. That's going to need to connect outwards. It's got to go all the way along there. Right, how much? Okay, 102 moles, that looks good. Okay. I feel like that might keep us going for a few minutes. So getting there, but there's still quite a bit to do. This is deeply unpleasant, clambering through all this pipework here. Let's hope I didn't miss any bits. Okay, looks good. No, don't fall through. Right, definitely getting close to running out of power. Oh, stop it. Don't want to go back inside yet. I'll let you know when I do. Right. Now the bit I haven't closed in yet is the outside there, so I can't actually take that piece out, but this one can come out now. I hope. Let's find out. Okay, nothing exploded, we're good. There we go, it's looking more spacious already. Let's put those back. Right, that wasn't quite what I meant to do, but never mind. Right, okay, so over here, I'll get rid of that because I just want that out of the way. I'm going to need a fuel mixer and a tank. And I'm going to need at least a couple of utility inline tanks. It's going to be tight. Right, so we're going to bring hydrogen in from there. I'm going to have to start colour coding this. This pipework's going to get a mess and I'm going to end up blowing myself up in a minute. I feel bad for the potato every time I come in here now. Right, that'll be enough to... Where did I put the... It's always worth checking any time I'm in a room. Oh, it's coming down, isn't it? Slowly.
Hydration critical.
In theory, this should actually flush it out a bit. Yeah, it's gradually coming down. Okay, right. Yeah, it's getting quite clean in here. Okay, so I am going to need some hydrogen, which is going to, well, volatiles, which is going to come in through here. Okay, this is going to be, I'll put a tank there, I suppose. It's about the only solution. Oh, it's out of the way. There we go. Yeah, I'll put it. Oh, there's too many things behind me. I can't get to the right angle. There we go. No. Right. That's going to be an oxygen tank. This can connect up somewhere about here. Put it in there. Right. Hopefully this will make sure we don't have any problems. I could have just painted the stack, but you know, that's important. Make sure I know that's actually an oxygen tank. And whilst it's not pure oxygen at the moment, it's as close as I've got. Although I could just draw the oxygen off this and put it in there, that's probably a good idea. I'll put another atmosphere processor and connect that to there. Let's connect that up like that. I haven't worked out what I'm going to do with that other tank yet, other than put it somewhere. How much iron? We got 30, not a lot. And there goes the power. That's not very good. Well, I guess I'm going to have to get out there and get some coal, aren't I? Which wasn't really what I wanted to be doing. Just kind of hoping my days of coal mining were almost over.
Jetpack on.
Let's hope I can find a lovely deposit really close to base. Is that just iron in there, or did I see a little bit of blackness? No, I think that's just iron. No, it's just a shadow. Just in the corner of my eye I thought I'd seen some, but I should have known. Okay, come on. Is that some there? Maybe, or is that more iron? No, that's just a piece of iron sticking through, yeah. Right. This is reasonably urgent. If it gets dark and I haven't got any, I've got a bit of a problem. thought there was some. It's so difficult to tell on this landscape. You think you've seen it and then it's just a really harsh shadow. Come on. Really need some. That looks like some there. Right. I'll be very happy when I don't have to do this. I know I'm still going to have to extract the volatile ice for a little while, but at least it's bright red. It's a bit easier to see. Hoping it will last longer, because gas fuel generators are very efficient, certainly once you've got the temperature down enough. Right, this will have to do, I think.
Jetpack on.
Frustratingly close to getting this finished, but this video is feeling like it's already far too long. And I'm not sure whether it's going to get done or not. Oh, chute's drawing in. Oh, there goes the power. In the nick of time. Right. Okay, what's most urgent to do? Let's turn that off. That's just wasting power. Right, I've lost my train of thought now, which is not very helpful. Right, that gas tank needs to end up... Right, that needs to go back in the mining drill. Let's get that out of the way. And I'm going to need that. That gas tank needs to end up out there. I need pipes, that's what I needed. It's all coming back to me now. Right, I need pipe, I need atmospherics and filters. That's enough to at least get the atmospherics built, for which I need more copper. No, I need much more copper. Right, let's get that built. Yeah, an hour 20. I think I'm going to struggle to get this finished on this one. Also going to need to drink, aren't I? Do that as soon as this is made. It's not really a good way to link this up. Could put it there. No, I can't. It would be too difficult to wire it. I think I'm going to have to put it here. Right, let's have that drink.
Toxin critical. Temperature critical. Temperature low. Oxygen critical.
That was not good. Of course, it's got really cold in here. Not least because I've expanded the capacity somewhat. Right, okay, well let's just try and get done with what needs to be done. Okay, so this needs to go in here. Okay, and then we're going to input this from this pipe network into the atmosphere processor. That's going to burst again in a minute. Put that across there, I guess. Right, so then that should be pure oxygen coming out that way once it's been filtered. And then that can go into this utility tank here, which probably is too small, but it's a start. Which it might be fine because most of the volume in there I think is still oxygen, right? Yes, it is, so it's just got to hold that nitrogen. Okay. Okay, get that fixed up there. Now,
Power low.
got to connect that across there. This is not the easiest place to work, honestly, but there we are. Cable. It's going to have to go like this. Going to have too few pieces. Yeah, I need one more. Of course I do. Always need one more than you've got. It's the Stationeers way. Right, one more cable coil. That'll do. Right, no, turn off. Okay, we'll get this connected into here. Okay, and then that should be running. Right, okay, good. So now we're pumping oxygen into there. Nice. And that should be starting to empty. Oh, there's a bit of pollutant in there now. It's not really on, is it? Okay. It's mostly nitrogen. Once this is largely empty, we'll dismantle it, but okay. Right. Okay, so now input 1 and that's input 2, right? Yes, so we want other way round. That's there. I'm going to obviously need to power that, so it's going to need a bunch more cable. I've got need more pipe to connect that to there and to connect it out there. Just wondering whether I can do insulated pipe. Actually, I could do. It would make sense to at least. No, let's use normal for now. We probably will need to switch to insulated later, but I haven't got huge amounts of resources. Just need to get this thing up and running. I haven't yet built the motherboard or anything like that either, have I? I can use that computer, but I've still got to program up the chips. Let's hope that's enough. Right, let's see whether I can actually make what I need. I'll probably run out of something critical. IC editor, motherboard. Okay, I can at least make that. IC housing, I can make one of those. Okay, I need just a little bit more gold. Oh, something's about to pop. Something has popped. Ah, damn it. Okay, well that's actually not terrible. That's just releasing nitrogen. Well, that tank was clearly too small for what I had in there. Let's turn that off. I'm just going to let that vent. To be honest, it's no bad thing. We need more nitrogen in the atmosphere anyway. Okay, in the meantime, that's got me a lot of oxygen in there, so that could have been worse. I should have just fitted it with a bigger tank, but I didn't, so... Oh, I've got some iron left. That is good to know. Right, IC housing... That needs gold as well, let's just chuck that over there. Gold. We have... Let's make a chip. Right, as long as this housing's on the same network, that will work. I may as well put it outside when I get to that. Right. We need to run that right along here. That's far more cable than I wanted to use, but there we go. I'm going to run out of copper next, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah, there's no more there. Have I got any more in here? 7. It's not much, but I'll take it. Let's get that going. Cable coil, go. Right, we might just get this going right at the very end. What I'm not sure about is how much cable I need outside. Okay, that needs to connect up. To be honest, it's probably best just connecting it to here. If I just run a branch straight out that way, that's probably easiest. I'm still missing the active vents I need as well. I need active vents and I need a sensor, and I don't have any of those. Brilliant. Might have to use that in there. And I need to make another one, which means I'm going to have to eject the rest of the iron out of here, which of course is the last thing on the list. So I've got any in there now. No more iron anywhere. Unless I've got some in my suit that I didn't realise I'd got, or something like that. No. No, I'm going to have to eject it from here, because it's the last iron that I've got. I hate ejecting iron because it's always the last thing. Right, let's put this lot back in so I know where it is.
Power critical.
Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Maybe. I bloody hope so. Right, let's change that battery out. I mean, what I haven't done is connect it out to this battery and stuff, so it's still got more work to do once I get it running, but hopefully I can at least get it running, and then I think next episode is fix up the power network. Right. So first things first, get this connected. Right, so let's run this up here. Okay, good, I can open the door, that's a start. Right, now I'm going to put an active vent, whoops, no, an active vent, not a cable. One there, and one there. And I'm going to connect those up to the power. If I've got enough cable, which I bet I haven't, but there we go. Oh, they're go in the right place, come on. I just want this done now. Yeah, this is going to be a bit more of a problem because I actually need to run it around this way, don't I? So I definitely haven't got enough cable.
Jetpack on.
Oh, I haven't even connected that yet, so I definitely haven't got enough cable. Right, okay. I'll come back and fix that in a minute then. If I've got enough copper, that's that there. Right, actually I'm going to... Shit! Not good. Okay, well that didn't quite go to plan, did it?
Pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Low pressure. Toxin critical.
Yeah, could we maybe actually apply the... Oh, it's completely destroyed my suit. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem because I'm pretty sure I haven't got enough materials to make a new suit. That was impressive. I guess I'll have to die and respawn in an emergency suit. Yeah, I really haven't got enough stuff because I would need to make all sorts of materials. That's impressive. I just dropped one pipe. I did not expect it to completely destroy my suit. Well, there we go. I think we'll probably call that a day there, to be honest. This is already a very long video. But there we go, what are we at? 1 hour 38. It's probably another 20 minutes of work, but, well, I don't know. You can stick with me for a few more minutes? You can stick with me for a few more minutes. Let's do this. I'm going to get this finished if it kills me, which it nearly did. And then I'm going to have to get all the materials to make a new suit. That was unbelievable. Yeah, look, no suit at all. Huh. Okay, well, emergency suit it is then. Backpack, uniform, belt, and you can put your naked butt through there. Yeah, dance, dance, dance. Yes, limbo. Right. Okay. Let's try that one again. What I was trying to do was that, a ridiculously simple thing to have resulted in my death. Actually, I haven't got enough anyway now. Right, I'm terrified to. I know it's because I didn't have anything in my hand and it dropped it, but it just seemed unnecessarily brutal for it to blow back and smack me in the face. Right, okay, and then this should be possible now to bring these out. No, all of them would be lovely, thank you. Here, and let's connect this across here. We're nowhere near close enough, but I get the general idea. We'll connect those up. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them, and a bunch of cable, and a bunch of heavy cable to actually get any useful power out of it. But if I can get this connected, then yeah, power networks next time, and of course a new suit. And a new suit's actually quite annoying because it's not just the suit, it's also air tanks, and most importantly it's a new battery, which means using up some alloys. But there we go. That's how it is. Hopefully that's enough. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Wonder what resources I actually need for a spacesuit. Iron and copper, that's not too bad. I haven't got it, but at least it's not too bad. But I'm going to need a bunch of other stuff. Right. Almost there. So that should be mixing gas, so we should now have to bring that through here. Okay, didn't need quite as many as I thought. Never mind, better to have more than I need than less. Cable, that needs to connect in there. There. Where's my wire cutters? There they are. Okay, that's that lot connected. Then I have somewhere a sensor. Okay, and let's start naming some of these because I need to know what I'm connecting to. So that's going to be the gas fuel generator room. Right, that is going to be active vent GFG in. And that's going to be GFG out. Of course, now the tricky bit is the one that's in actually needs to be set out, and the one that's out needs to be set in. So somehow I've got to try and
Jetpack on.
there we go. Right, no, that needs to be in and that needs to be out. That's the right way around. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. I think actually the IC chip will deal with that. Right, we'll close that door. So that is all of that bit. I need to label this up. Pressure rig GFG fuel. Confirm. Okay. Right, so the last bit I need is I need to connect up the housing. I'm going to put that here. It's a bit of a trade-off. I don't really want it so close that if it all blows up it destroys the chip, because it's quite a resource intensive thing to make, but on the other hand if I put it too far away I'll lose track of what's where. So let's put that in there, flick that on. Right, now almost there. So hopefully that will connect, that can see the IC housing. Fantastic. Right, okay, so I have got some code already in the library, which I will put on the workshop. So I'm going to load that. Right, so a quick walk through of this script. I'll do it fairly quickly because time is short, but obviously some aliases to help make sure we set the pins right, but because I'm lazy I didn't bother typing the names of the aliases in the actual code. You can obviously do that if you're a tidier coder than I am, but I mostly just do it so I know how to set the pins on the hardware. Device 1 and device 2 are the input and output cooling vents respectively, so we're going to set the pressures on those. Now this has been, I've arrived at these by a bit of experimentation, but basically the combination of these pressures and the mode, which is which way round they go, that I've sort of determined experimentally seems to lead to a level of cooling that pretty much keeps the temperature fairly constant while the generator is running. We keep the pressure, this 30 drives the pressure inside that enclosure. 30 kPa is enough for the generator to run, but the less atmosphere you have in there, obviously the faster you can cycle heat through it, because it doesn't absorb so much and you don't need to move as much. So we set the vents up on the initialization. We also set the fuel input regulator. Setting it to 100 is basically the peak rate you're going to get. You can set it as low as 1, you won't get much power off it, but you'll get quite a lot of power at 100. And then what happens is we run through a loop, so we check the batteries that it's connected to charge and maximum. That's going to be a bit of an issue when I first set this up because we haven't got a battery connected. But we're going to load those two values because we're going to use that and make sure we shut it off down here. We shut it off at 99%. This reads the gas sensor in the room, we read the temperature and the pressure, although actually the rest of the code only uses the temperature. I used the pressure when I was actually running the code to try and determine the values up the top here, and I've just left that line in, so you could take that out. And then what we do is we check, is the temperature over 278 Kelvin? If not, we don't need to run the cooling, but if we do need to turn that on. So that says if the temperature, which is in R2 from here, is greater than 278, set R4 to 1, otherwise set it to 0. So that's a basic on-off switch for the two vents, which you see here we use then to drive whether or not they're turned on. We then, down here, have a look and see how much charge we've got compared to how much the battery can take, and that goes into R5. If that value is less than 0.99, so 99%, then we turn R6 to 1, because we want to turn it on, otherwise we turn R6 to 0. That's what this SLT does. So that's basically a flag to say, do we actually need to charge the batteries? We then have another setting that says check that temperature again that we picked up here. If it's less than 380, then keep that at 1. If it's over 380, make it 0. And basically what that's to do is to say, if the room overheats, once it does overheat, don't keep firing the generator, let it cool down a bit. We actually write the temperature out here, just it makes it a bit easier to see it on the chip, but we then multiply those things together. So if 1 we want to turn on and charge the battery, and on here 1 we also are below 380 Kelvin, so 1 times 1 will give you 1, then we will turn it on. If either of these conditions or both of them yield a 0, then we will not turn it on. We then send that back to the generator as it's on or off. We then do a yield to wait for a tick and jump back around the loop and go round and round. So it's going to just constantly try and turn the generator on when it's too cold, but by doing that it will bring the temperature of the room up. Let's export that and turn the computer off. It will constantly toggle when it's at very low temperature until it brings the temperature up enough to fire continuously, at which point it will fire until either it overheats, in which case it will cool down, or until the battery that is connected to, which at the moment it's not, becomes 99% charged. So I'm going to set the pins up on this, but obviously without a battery to connect to, we can't finish the configuration. So but at least that gives us enough to know that we should, with a bit more work, oh, what happened there? We should be able to, there we go, invent, that's the active vent in and out vent. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to actually make this thing work. So that's the pressure reg. Get there in a minute. There's quite a few devices on this circuit now, aren't there? I should have gone the other way round. Pressure reg, GFG fuel. Right, that I can't yet connect. That's the bit that's a bit of a problem. Gas sensor, GFG. So that's the issue, is that it's not connected to any sort of a battery. I'm just wondering whether I can connect it in any way. I'm going to need a hell of a lot of heavy cable, aren't I? I could connect the station battery logic to it. That's probably the simplest thing. It's going to end up on that station battery, so I'll connect it to there for now. There we go. Right, you see that's actually sitting quite happily running. Now clearly there's no gas coming through, but if I turn that on, that will actually try and fire, assuming that that's below 99%, which obviously it is, but it's clearly not actually outputting its power anywhere, so I'll turn it on and just get a bit of fuel in. You can see it's running in there, and it's going to run and run and run and try and bring the temperature of that up. So that's the principle of the thing. I now just need to actually be able to harness the power from it, and I don't think I've got anything like enough materials to do that here. No, I've only got 1.5 copper in there. I suppose I can have a quick look and see if I could at least get it to start to connect. It would be a useful beginning. There's gold and silicon in there, so the question is, do I have any copper in here? 26. Meh. Okay. I know I threatened to finish this video a few minutes ago, but I'm in that state now where it feels so close to working that I want to just get it over the line. But it's been a bit of a mission, honestly, but good progress, because that obviously has installed some gas-fired generation hardware, but in doing that I've also had to make up a fuel pump and fuel mixer and that kind of stuff, so that's going to be helpful, because obviously I am going to run out of fuel eventually. No idea how much I'm going to need. I feel like it's going to be more than what we've got. How much gold is that? 10. So I can make another 20 of these in total. I've got to get the heavy power out here first of all. Okay, well I can do this bit. No, that's the wrong tool for the job. That was right in my ear. It would be nice to be able to switch that to just be more emergency than it currently is, though. Yeah. Oh, still going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the logical thing to do at that point is to adjust this memory down so that this generator only fires when it's even lower, but you can see we've almost run out of coal again already, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have to get a cable across there though, aren't I? It's actually easier said than done. Let's do that and just close that in. That really is a bit of a challenge. I'm going to have to run it through at this height. Never going to have enough. Yeah. That's going to have to come round to fit around that door as well. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work today. I think we're going to be tantalisingly close, but I'm certainly not going on another mining expedition without a proper spacesuit at this point in a very long video. It looks like tons, but you know it's not. It's getting cold in there as well. Yeah, 13. That's never going to do it, is it? No. Okay, well let's try and get that connected to there. Okay, this is more of a problem, power critical, because actually I'm in an emergency suit. I can't do anything really about that. Why will you not connect? Stop being stupid. Oh my god, like seriously, just what the hell? Why will you not go there? Thank you. Unnecessary. Right. Yeah, the only solution for power critical is I'm actually just going to have to die and respawn again in another emergency suit. There's no other way round it. Right, that doesn't quite connect, does it? Well, there we go. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it up to the point that I smashed my spacesuit, and hope you found it useful to see at least the principle of how to connect a gas-fired generator up on Europa, even if we haven't actually managed to get one up and running. And I will call it a day there. I'll see you on the next video, when I shall be starting off, I think, by having to make a new spacesuit, and then a little bit more heavy cable, and hopefully after that we will be in a state to be able to use the gas fuel generator rather than running on coal, which will be fantastic. I'm also hoping that all the while I've been doing that, we've gradually been getting rid of all the muck from the air in here, and may actually be able to grow some plants without murdering them next time. Let's see. But anyway, for this episode, that is it. So if you have enjoyed that and you're not a subscriber, I'd love it if you would subscribe to the channel. If you've got any comments, as always, leave the comments on the video, and I will do my best to reply on all of them. And I hope to see you on the next video.